I was right about it. Yeah. But real quick, side note, real quick. So I was watching a show one time, and it was about you ever heard of Watchmen, the show?
I've seen it. I think it's on Netflix or no?
HBO. Okay. But it's a part of the show where it's like, it's futuristic, whatever's not important. But it's a part where like two people that's on the show, they're in love, great love story, whatever, and they show how they met. And the guy came up to the woman and was like, yo, like, we gonna have he just met her at a bar. And he's like, yo, I can see you into the future. We're gonna fall into madly in love. We're gonna have a great story. 10 years of blissful love, but it's gonna end in tragedy. It's gonna be a horrible ending. And the whole rest of the conversation was him convincing, like, she's like, nigga, I don't even know you. Why would I even be into this and that, whatever? And then by the end of the conversation, she's like, I'll see what happens, whatever. But the whole point of the conversation is like, is that 10 years of blissful love worth the tragic ending?
Absolutely not. I'm running.
So you're gonna run away?
If you see me in a bar and you call yourself prophesying to me that you can see we're gonna be together, I'm running.
So the 10 years not worth it?
Nah.
Okay, interesting. So if
you already know how it's going to end, I'd rather be in a situation where I'm.
You don't know how it's going to end. You just know it's going to end.
Tragedy.
Okay,
tragedy
fair.
ending,
You know how,
right?
Gotcha.
Not the specifics or anything, but I know I'm cool. I'd rather just be in an unfamiliar situation where I don't know how the story is going to unravel.
What if one way, real quick, before we pass it around? Let's just say you knew this would be your greatest love ever, too.
I'm cool.
Okay.
Unless it was the greatest sex, we could do a one.
Greatest sex.
But as far as a 10-year,
you're not gonna want to sustain the greatest sex for 10 years,
right? What?
That's a girl man for sure.
It is
greatest love and girl man.
Shit, like it's
like just fuck me in the bathroom real quick. I don't really need the whole full thing.
Like, give 10 years of my life to someone, the best 10 years of my life to someone if I know I'm going to die on the 11th year. Might drop.
If you're going to die, why not?
Girl, man.
It's like... Because you got so much life to live. You could figure that shit out.
You literally don't have that much life to live.
Apparently, I don't.
I think, dang. Because I wasn't even going to comment. I was going to go, I come like.
I feel like logically, I would say no.
You're a hopeless romantic, so I already know your answer.
But realistically,
you going for this?
Yeah, I'm going for it.
She going to be like, oh my gosh, you said.
Nigga lying.
Time, not long time.
10 years.
Doesn't seem like death's so bad, anyways.
No,
because now, even if you told me that and I left for it, and I mean I left, I didn't deal with you, I didn't talk to you. Now when I'm dating all these duds and it's never working, I'm like, damn, I could have had the love of my life for 10 years
with somebody mediocre.
I would rather spend 10 years with the love of my life than spend 10 years by myself.
I ain't mad at that. And to add to it, the whole entire scope of what y'all saying as far as I feel like that be how relationships go though. A motherfucker had 10 great years and then throw the whole 10 away because the 11th ended tragically. It's like, I had bad relationships. Bro, you just had a successful 10. Like when you think about the polarity in it, it's like you should understand that at some point it's a pendulum. So you got a 10 strong. If the next 10 of y'all want to stay together forever, for better, for worse, that might be a dud or whatever the case may be. But if you know that you're going to get that solid 10, that's like what the experience is for. Like you go to a amusement park for one day to get on the rides for that day. You go to a trip for 4 days, 5 days. I just feel like I'm not even answering to say if it's yes or no. I'm more so answering to say that we overlook what could be because it don't last forever. But it's like that might have been what it was for. That 10 years.
Can we get an answer, sir?
I don't know. I told you I wasn't going to answer because I was really sitting there thinking. I
have to answer.
Yeah, you kind of got to.
Would I do the 10 years? I mean, yeah, it makes sense not to. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if it has to end, it don't matter how it
If I was 70, but not at 30.
I think that matters.
Age matters. Yeah.
Yeah, that matters.
I'll die.
Because like right now, today, at my age, no.
I don't tell me. Let's say this real quick. No. He never said the D word.
Yeah, they ain't made it dark.
Yeah, no,
tragic.
That's the first thing I started thinking about.
He said tragic. It could just mean we got 5 kids. Now we can't stand each other. Now we don't get along. Now it's catastrophic with the co-parenting. He said tragic. He didn't say, you start using them other words. Like,
I think the age is really important.
So not tomorrow.
Man,
not tomorrow.
Maybe if I was 35, 40,
I'd relationships that probably ended like that. The same way he's saying.
Okay, but we are in our prime. The prime hasn't even came yet. We have so much life to live. We can figure this shit out later. If at 70, the options are slimmer than they are at 25.
They're very slim at 70.
Exactly. Yeah. So at 70, I'm going with the person
I'm not doing that at 25.
Yeah, at 25, I'm just getting my feet wet.
But he didn't say you could never date again. Like y'all acting like you can't just do it again. Like I'm trying
to ends in tragedy.
That just means
this was the love of my life, and now it ends in tragedy. That's
so you rather just not have
for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, you gotta go the rest
of your life. The love of your life, and it ends in a tragedy. That's going to take a toll on me.
So what about?
So it's not even worth it then.
It's not worth it.
So talking about
unless I'm about 60.
So
If I'm 60,
Nobody wants your old ass. Like,
hold on. Y'all trying to play the game of love with no risk, but the game of love is a big risk. And that explains a lot of like to the modern mindset of like, I want to hedge my bet as much as possible to save myself. It don't work like that. You got to jump out and see what the fuck happened. So the fact that somebody giving you the foresight to say you're going to get a strong 10, but this last year
10.
is going to be what it is.
But that also sucks because now you know the ending and I don't. Now you know how this is about to go.
No, he never.
And I'm blindsided.
No, you add context.
Y'all should really watch the show.
He said it was just no details to it. Just literally saying we got 10, but when it ends, it's just not going to end well. We don't know what well look
I could see me with a calendar in a relationship every day, like with an X. Literally,
Girl
like
math, like count
And then
down.
every time
Count
y'all have
down. Instead of accepting the 10 years of happiness, they're gonna count down to their sorrow.
yeah, no.
And then end it early. No, I don't want to wait till the 10. Fuck that shit.
I'm leaving you before you leave me.
Yeah, I'm with 8.5. I'm out. Like, you thought you knew.
Is it 10 total? We can take a break for a year and then get back together.
Yo, but
Reset if I break up with you. Like,
Seriously.
no, but that's an interesting point. But
I would take it too, by the way. I'll take the deal.
Yeah, I feel like we do that shit anyway. Like, what the fuck? Like, I take 2-year deals. Like, what the fuck? I just was on a 2-year.
You're an option.
We don't do that anyway. Well, I don't. Not willingly.
Not knowing.
We don't knowingly do it, but we do it because
I
you
be
now.
thinking this is gonna be for the rest of my life.
Exactly, but
That's because you're delusional.
Shut up.
Yo.
Like,
the Lululand. But the thing is though, but that's the point though. Is like y'all would much rather live in delusion, which is okay because we understand that. But he just offered y'all a scenario where it's like, look, you know you getting 10, but you did 11 is over. We just not I'm the love of your life, but it's gonna be over. Y'all would rather get carried to that 10 and then regret the whole 10 by saying you wasted my time. I wish I would have knew this 10 years ago.
Because realistically, like you said, or I don't remember which one of y'all said, but the older you get, the chances are slimmer and slimmer.
No, that was
so,
her, and then he piggybacked.
I'm 25 right now. If I take them 10 years,
I'm
so
not mad
I'm
at
30.
yeah.
I'm 35.
You're still young.
No, yeah, but no, not no bad, my bad, but
Still
no.
young. Still young. I'm in my 30s.
Because now, if all right, I'm
Baby,
35.
I'm only 25.
I told you she was young.
I'm 35.
Baby.
Okay, y'all. What?
I'm not.
30?
I'm nowhere near 35. Wait.
Okay.
44.
Okay. Listen,
He's 41 and
y'all
he's
missing
36.
the point here.
Y'all missing the
I'm
point.
lying. I'm
The
just
point
saying.
is,
he's not 41. He's not 36.
at 35, as a woman, I've been in with the love of my life for 10 years, and now I just went through a catastrophe. It's probably gonna take me another few more years to get myself back right.
A few
Okay.
years.
So let's give.
She like, I'm good after like happy hour for
I just feel like
Let's
feel
say,
like
You know,
I
as
feel
soon as you get out of a relationship as a
finish your
woman,
thought,
you
finish your
start
thought.
upgrading
Hold on.
shit.
I want let her finish her thought.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like
You changing your
my
mind?
10. No, I'm not. I'm just saying the age
Doubling down.
matters. Because at 35, I'm taking it.
I can
At
understand
25, I'm not taking
that.
it.
I'm not mad at that though.
28.
You taking that deal?
That's what I said. The older you get, yes, and the younger you are, no.
I'm not mad at that, but I just don't understand. Like, if they say you could have a 10-year run, like it's the best 10 years, and they not saying you can't have another 10.
And also,
It might be the second love of your life. Like,
what's
it might
wrong?
Be
What's wrong with that 10-year scope? Let's say y'all get married, y'all have kids, y'all live a great life. It's 10 years. So like, what did you even lose in that time, really?
fact. You see how you
They're
gain.
game.
The moment
Sorry,
I could have
gain.
met somebody that really stayed with me for the rest of my life.
But listen, all right, so look, in order for somebody, I like that, right? No, because now we all go to delusional land. I want to pass, right?
all right.
For us to last forever, right? It's an immense and enormous amount of grace and patience and tolerance that has to be due. Do you really think you capable? And I'm not saying you are incapable. I'm asking a question. Do you think you're capable of being together with somebody forever through all of the bullshit?
No, that's
No.
boring. That doesn't
So
even seem
why
like an
not
ideal
take
life.
the 10? Like, what the fuck? If you already know you're
Because
not.
the tragedy, why would you intentionally walk? That's like me knowing, or for example,
I
right?
get where
Let's
you're
say
going.
I get a dream, whatever,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
go
I got
across the
you. I
street
feel
and
you.
something happens to me, right? Why would I intentionally
outside.
still go outside when I already got a warning?
I think you're mixing
Yeah,
them.
that's a little dark.
I think you're still going down the wrong path.
It's still-
We're only talking about love and heartbreak.
But if you already know what the outcome is going to be, why y'all felt mad?
I just
obviously,
look at
because
stuff
the prob-
like-
Damn, why you got
the
so much fucking?
probability.
But
Geometry I struggled with. That's don't put my business out there. Like.
yo, we saying 10 years. 10 years is not that long.
We're not knocking that.
It's significant.
It's significant,
impacting.
but what I'm saying is
So
not
15
that long to
25
say
wasn't that long
from 2015 to 2025.
from you being 15 years old.
2015
to
don't
you
feel
now
like it was
being
that long
25.
I don't even remember beyond before COVID.
All right, because we're going nowhere everywhere.
Yeah, it's cool.
Let's move on from
Yeah.
it, like, real quick.
Also,
Go do make your point. Go do that.
By the way, he did die, so you was right about you. Some shit. It was dark.
Oh yeah, well nah, fuck that dude.
Now I'm a widow.
Now I'm a widow.
Rebuke.
Now I'm a widow.
Now I'm recovering. Now I gotta take 10 years to recover.
That's
Like,
what I
No,
meant by he said a
seriously.
tragic death. I'm
No,
happy to recover. I mean, he said a tragic ending.
try to.
That's tragic.
Some